Imagine you are standing at a Kukunte. You tap your plastic card against a glass screen. There is a soft beep, a green checkmark, and you walk away with your coffee. The entire transaction took less than 2 seconds. In those 2 seconds, you believe you just gave that shop $4. You didn't. In reality, no money moved. Not a single cent what actually happened was a high-speed digital negotiation between 5 different corporations across 3 different time zones, all agreeing to update a series of spreadsheets. Your bank card isn't a wallet, it's a remote control for a global machine so complex and so fragile that if it paused for even 60 seconds, the modern world would effectively cease to function. We live in a society that has forgotten what money is, because we have replaced it with plumbing. We trust the people so much that we've stopped looking at what is actually flowing through them. But right now, those people are vibrating. The secret system that makes your card work is the most powerful tool ever built, and it is also the ultimate chokehold on human behavior. To understand the plumbing, we have to stop thinking about money a gold coin or paper bill. Think of it as a giant, global game of IOU. When you tap your card, you aren't handing over value. You are sending a request. This request travel from the card reader to something called an Akire. This is the shop's bank. The Akire look at your request and says, I don't know who this person is, let me ask the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper is the network. This is the name you see on your card, Visa or MasterCard. They don't hold money. They don't have vault. They are the world's most expensive switchboard operator. They take your request and find your bank, the issue. Then comes the moment of truth. Your bank look at your account. It doesn't look for cash, it look for a digital promise. If the promise is there, they send a yes back through the network, through the shop's bank, and to the terminal. All of this happen while you're still putting your lid on your coffee. But here is the catch, the shop still doesn't have your money. They just have a promise from Visa that they will get paid later. This is the first layer of the plumbing. It is a system built entirely on the speed of trust, backed by a faith that most people never see everyone pay. Now, let's look at the pressure building in this PIP. Every time you tap, a small percentage, usually between 1 and 3%, is shaved off. This is the interchange fee. It sounds boring. It sounds like a clerical cost. It is actually a multi-billion-dollar tax on the movement of value. If you buy a loaf of bread, the baker loses a slice to the plumbing. Because the baker need to stay in business, they raise the price of the bread. This means even the person paying with physical cash is paying for the digital plumbing they aren't even using. It is a hidden tax that subsidies the airline meal and cashback reward of the wealthy, paid for by everyone else. But the plumbing goes deeper than just a fee. It goes to the level of permission. Because this system is private, it is also a filter. We assume that if we have money, we can spend it. But in a digital-first economy, you only have money if the plumbing allows it to flow. If the network decides your transaction is high risk, or if a government decides your political views are disruptive, the tap can be turned off instantly. You haven't lost your money, you've just lost the ability to move it. In a world without cash, there is no difference between the two. We saw a glimpse of this when major payment networks pulled out of entire countries during geopolitical conflict. Millions of people who had done nothing wrong suddenly found that their plastic cars were just useless pieces of polycarbonate. The plumbing wasn't broken, it was simply closed. This brings us to the uncomfortable matter of the settlement. While your transaction felt instant, the actual movement of real money between the banks, the finality of the debt often takes days. This is called clearing. Every night, the world's biggest banks look at the billion of taps that happened and they net them out. Bank A ou Bank B 10 billion, Bu Bank B ou Bank A 9 billion. They just move the 1 billion difference. This works perfectly until it doesn't. This system rely on the assumption that every bank in the chain is solved. If one major pip burst, if one bank can omit ETS settlement obligation at 4 heures de l'après-midi on a Tuesday, the entire grid lockup. This is what we saw in 2008. The plumbing didn't just leak, the water turned to ice. Now, we are entering a new era. We are told that the future is frictionless. We have Apple Pay, Google Pay, and biometric scan. We are removing the physical card entirely. But as the friction disappears, the centralization increases. We are moving toward a world where 3 or 4 companies have a ledger of every single human interaction involving value. They know when you're sick because of the pharmacy tap. They know when you're traveling. They know when you're desperate. The hype tells us this is about convenience. The reality is that it is about data and control. The plumbing is becoming sentient. It isn't just moving money anymore, it's predicting behavior. So, we have to ask ourselves, what happens when the plumbing becomes more important than the water? We have built a civilization on the beep. It is efficient, it is fast, and it is incredibly elegant. But it is also a system of intermediary who stand between you and your labor. Every time you tap that card, you are participating in a miracle of engineering, but you are also consenting to a system that can track, tax, and terminate your ability to exist in the marketplace. We are told that cash is dying because it's dirty and slow. And it is. But cash is also private and peer-to-peer. It doesn't need a permission slip from a server in Virginia to change. As we move toward a totally digital economy, we aren't just changing how we pay. We are changing the nature of freedom. We are trading the noise of physical money for the silence of the digital grid. The next time you tap your card and hear that beep, listen closely. You aren't just hearing a transaction being approved. You are hearing the sound of a global machine that knows exactly who you are, where you are, and what you're worth. The plumbing is working perfectly. The question is, who owns the ranch? If the system ever decided to turn the valve, would you even know how to find the well? Or have we become so used to the convenience of the pip that we've forgotten how to carry the water ourselves?